Good morning, everybody. Hoping that, hang on, I've just realised something. I need to put my microphone in, otherwise you're going to hear all the traffic. Just let me plug this in. There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. Good morning, Suzanne. Lovely to see you here this morning. It's very hot and it's very muggy here. We've had rain overnight and yeah, I don't like it. But anyway, I've got the fan on overhead, so hopefully I can stay a little bit cool while I'm doing this. So we're going to do a card this morning that, again, I did many years ago. So you'll have to bear with me because although I've made a prototype, I did have to do a little bit of tweaking with it. So we'll see how we go. But it'll be fun, whatever we do with it. Alrighty, so just before we start, I just want to show you my order arrived about 10-15 minutes ago. So I just wanted to show you, as you know, with our celebration, we get a lot of free stuff. Let me go down to the desktop. Okay, there we go. So we get a lot of free stuff with our celebration. And this morning, my order arrived, which I put in. It's actually early. It wasn't supposed to come yet. And I'll just show you. One of my free items was this beautiful ribbon. It is in, what color is it in? I think it's in lilac. Oh, fresh freesia. It's fresh freesia. So that was a free item in my order today. I also got these beautiful gems. So these are adhesive back sequins, and they're in purples and pinks. So that was a free item today. And this isn't open yet, of course. Where's my scissors? They could be anywhere on this desk this morning because I've moved everything around. Here we go. I'll just open this. This is free paper that came with that same order. And now the scissors don't want to open it. There we go. I'll open that and you can have a look at this beautiful paper. Now, to this paper, every one of those things I've just shown you. So the paper, the sequins, and the ribbon, each one of those comes with a $100 order. I know, Susie, it's lovely when the order comes, and it's even lovelier when it comes early. So actually, it was a bit strange because I was getting ready to come on and the dog decided my dog doesn't bark very often, and she decided she was going to have a bark. And I looked out of the window and thought, oh my goodness, I can't go out. So I was hoping that my husband was ready to go out, and thankfully he was. Okay, so we've got this beautiful, look how colourful that is. I mean, wow, that is so colourful. And this gorgeous green on the other side. And then we have this beautiful, just look at this. Look how gorgeous this would all go together. Isn't it wonderful how everything matches? Like, you don't have to search around and, I need to find something to match. And then you go through all your stuff and there is nothing to match. This, again, is absolutely gorgeous. And had I known this was going to arrive today, I would have probably used it. But I've already decided on what I'm going to do. So, gorgeous yellow with the beautiful background. This lovely pink here. I think similar. That's very similar, but this has more green in it. Okay, and you can see that it has the same colors in it as the other papers. This one also has a green in the background with the beautiful paper, and then we have this one which is a bit more. I would call it subdued, watercolored. It seems to be a bit more blended, and it has this gorgeous color. Look at the range of colors on that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh my goodness, and there's more. And then there's this lovely one here, which has the beautiful blue on the background. You could see that, couldn't you, as a sky, as a sea. Just beautiful, beautiful colors. And they all go together. So that gives me plenty of scope for the future. Absolutely gorgeous. But I just wanted you to see, like, that was just one order, and that was what I received for free. So this is the one I was just showing you. So there's lots of different things that you can get for a $100 order. There's stamps and die sets. There's papers, the beautiful, what would you call them? Toadstool papers. They're absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got the one I just showed you. This one here, the hearts, you've probably seen me use that before. That's from a $200 order, as are the corners in bloom. So if you place an order for $100, you will get one free item. If you place an order for $200, you will get two $100 free items or one $200 free item. Now, I do believe that there's some new stuff coming to add to this. This goes through until the 28th of February, so we don't have that much longer with it. However, I do believe there's some new stuff coming to go in it. Of course, we've also still got our mini catalogue going, which is going right through to April, and just beautiful. Look at these beautiful yellows. The yellows, the blues, the ginghams, you know, the bouquet papers that go with the butterfly suite. The butterflies is what I'm using today. The happy birthday is fantastic. Not only do you have the full paper sheets, but there's also the push outs that you can use, which is really, really good. And you get your birthday celebration stamps, and on the stamps, of course, you've got all the first, second, you know, ND, RD, TH for your birthdays, and in the dies, you've got all the numbers that you might use, so you can mix and match to make whatever number you like. Okay, we also have our so lots of different stuff in there. We also have online exclusives. Now, you're not going to find those in any of the catalogs, but our online exclusives are absolutely gorgeous, and there's so many different things in there that you can purchase and that you can use. Really, really lovely stamps and dies and stuff that you're not seeing actually in the catalogs. Alrighty, so today, this is what we are making. Now, I'm going really careful with this because those pink bits aren't actually stuck on at the moment. But this is our floating butterfly. I'm just tipping it up so that you can see because it's really hard to. So the butterfly is floating inside. You can see sorry, try and do it so you can see. It's really hard. So the top part here is acetate or window sheet, whatever you'd like to call it. Now, this does close up and it does fit in an ordinary envelope. You just may have to put a paper clip or something on it to send it, because unless you can really push it down and get it stuck in the envelope. But like I said, it pops out and it just looks like that butterfly is floating. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, usually I'll work in inches, but because this is one of my very old school things, I'm going to be working in centimeters, because back then that's how I worked. So it's not too hard, and I believe with the with the sizes that I'm using today, it is fairly simple to convert it to inches if we want to, or parts thereof. So whereas I did this one with a white base, I'm going to do this one with a pretty peacock base. I'm going to use this beautiful paper, which is the same paper as I used in the last one. It's just for the backing of the butterfly, and I will be using, well, actually it's for both. It's for the top and the backing of the butterfly. Okay, but there will be 2 of each piece because the butterfly needs to be fairly solid, and I want it to look the same on the back as well as the front. So there's the front, there's the back. When you look at it from the back, you can still see the butterfly as it is. Okay, and I'm also missing another little butterfly in there because I had one in there. I would suggest that if you're cutting window sheet or acetate, that you use an old blade if you have one. So I'm just going to change the blade in my cutter just to, you know, these things will fall out, and then when you want them to, you can't get them in. Where is that mark? Oh, there. Okay. All right, so I've put an old blade back into my cutter because cutting the acetate does actually blunt the blades quite easily. So I'm going to start off by cutting that transparency, and I'm going to cut it 20 centimeters by 12 centimeters. So without further ado, let's get started. Just let me check that. 20, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cut a 12 centimeter, which is 4 3/4 inches. For anybody who wants to, this is where it gets, sorry, that's what it's going to do. You can see why I wanted to use an old blade. And I'm going to do this by 20 centimeters, which is 7 7/8 of an inch. Okay, I'm just going to cut that bit off there. And I'm going to keep this little piece that I've cut off because I am going to use that in a minute. Alrighty, so that's our piece of acetate. Now that is going to be folded directly in half. And I can't even see it, let alone fold it. Okay. So it's going to be folded in half like that. And just for now, I won't, I can just pop the bone folder across it. I haven't left myself much room, but there we go, just to hold it. So now you can see that's what we have. We have an open piece. Pop that over there. Now I'm going to take that blade out again because that's the old one, and I'm going to put the new one back in. Okay, so now we use we're going to make the base. We're going to make that out of the pretty peacock. So we're going to cut this again at 12 by 20 centimeters. So you don't have a lot of hardship remembering the sizes. So we're going 20 centimeters, and we're going, and this is hard for me too because I've been working in centimeters now for quite some time. So with inches, I should say. So once we've got that, we're now going to, let me get that out of the way as well. we're going to score. We're going to score this piece of card every 2 centimeters. Okay, so we're going, so 2 centimeters is just over 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so we're going to score every 2 centimeters. So we're going to go 2, 4, 6. Let me bring that down. 8. 10. 12. 14. 16. And then 18. So as you can see, you've got the whole, you see the score lines on there, you've got the whole lot scored right the way across the bottom. Now I'll just move this out of the way for a moment. And what we do now is obviously we fold and burnish. So start off that way. And then we go that way. And we do this like a concertina all the way across. What that was. That's right. So that is what we end up with. So we end up with a nice concertina, and that is going to sit like that. And our middle part is going to sit, it sits inside the front and it sits on the back. Sorry, it does get a bit thing. So it's like, you can see, that's how it's going to be. So inside here is where we're going to put our butterfly. So talking about our butterfly, we'll just set that to one side. And so we're going to use the beautiful butterfly kit, the bundle here, and I'm going to use, I always have trouble getting these off of here. I don't know if it's just me or if everybody does. Let me see. There we go. So I'm going to use this one, which is going to be the first part, and I'm going to cut 2, and then I'm going to cut 2 of this one. That's what gives it the pattern inside. I'm also going to need the body, the little body. You can see it there. And then also cut 2 of the smaller butterflies. So we're using quite a few of these this time. So we're using the smaller butterfly, which I'm then going to cut out with this. No, I'm not. That's not the one, or is it? Maybe I'm using the wrong one there. Let me see. Oh no, that's right. I stamped the butterflies, I beg your pardon. And then I'm going to cut it with this die here. Let's put those away. And then I'm going to use this for the sentiment. And the sentiment's here as well. So I might as well take it all out, have it on the desk. And then with any luck, I won't lose it. What do you think my chances are of that? Okay, get that all put to one side there. Now, bring back the trimmer because I don't need this whole piece of paper. And as you can see, this paper is not double-sided. So that's why I'm cutting two of each. But I don't know if you can see it on there, but it is, it does go from light to dark, or lighter to darker. So I'm going to use the background will be the darker and the foreground will be lighter. So I just want to make sure that I'm giving myself enough paper to cut that. So I'm going to need at least 4.5 inches. And I'm going to use this side because it goes down to the lighter part. So let's cut it at, I'll cut it at 4 3/4 just so that I've got plenty. I'm not going to cut it with that blade. There we go. So that's ready now for me to cut out my butterflies, which I will set cutting in this machine and the plates. And we will, there really isn't much room on this table, so I'm just going to have to do what I can with it. So we have our base plate, the number 1 plate, we have the number 2 plate, we have our first number 3 plate, then we are going to have our paper, and this is for the first of the butterflies, so we're going to pop that on there, and then we're going to put the other number 3 sheet on. Now I'm going to stand up to do this because otherwise and the table might wobble. I do apologise. Oh, no clunk today. Oh, just another one. Okay, so there's our first butterfly. That's the first butterfly cut. And I'm going to cut the second one. As close to here as I can because I'm not going to get too, I might not get too out of the bottom. I'll see. If not, I'll always cut another piece. So I'll pop that one in and we'll run that one through. So that's our two base butterflies. They are going to go back to back so that we have them double-sided. Now I'm going to cut these. Let's take that off of there. Now this is on the lighter side. Now this paper is not directional. So I can turn it over if I absolutely need to. Pop that in there. Pop that down there. That's the first one. There's lots of pieces to this. So, don't need that. Just going to pop it out of there. I hope it doesn't leave too many pieces in. Oh, of course, it's left them all in, hasn't it? Okay, so that's that. And I'll just poke these out. As you can see, you need to get rid of all your little bits and pieces. Oops. Out of it. Hold it closer, Ray, and then you won't fiddle around. Okay. Got rid of all that, and then we'll do the next one, which is going to sit on there, and we're going to have that. So it's all cut with that one strip of paper. Play through, take that out, and I'll pop this away for a moment. And as you can see, this one is also got lots of little bits in it. This is actually, it's funny because this can be quite therapeutic, poking these little holes out of here. And then if you use these end ones, these little tiny holes right at the end here, hopefully they will help to push the whole piece out. It does stick well, I must say. There we go. So apart from all the little pieces, we have those two and those two. So that's what's going to make our butterfly. And what I've done is the underlayer is slightly darker than the overlayer. Oh, they're going to make pretty butterflies. Look at that. I love that. You know what? I haven't done the body. Just let me grab I just need a tiny bit of black. Which I'm sure I've got here somewhere. And I'll pop that body through. Sounds horrible, doesn't it? I'll pop that body through. Oh my goodness. Of course, we only need a tiny bit, really. And I'll do two of these as well. So there's one, very tiny. And we'll do one more. Because basically what we've got on the front, we want on the back. And we can use that little thing there just to pop that body out. So now we've got the two little bodies for the, I love that butterfly set too, Suzanne. It's absolutely gorgeous. I didn't play with it very much to start with, but I've been using it more and more and more. Alrighty, so what I've brought out here is my silicone mat because I want to attach this all together. And as you can see, I've used this before, and you can just rub off the glue and we're back to normal. So I'm going to use the silicone mat, get out my my piece of sponge, and I'm going to attach this piece here to the front of that piece there. Okay, so that's going to go on there. I'm doing it with this because it makes it easier to get it on the web-like. Here we go. I'm pretty sure Queensland is no good for glue. Let's have a go with this one. There we go. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick up a little bit of the glue, and then I'm just going to dab it. You need to come out. I just going to dab it onto the back of here. You can do it just by dabbing your glue on there, but this way you get less of it oozing out, and it sticks really well. So now we're going to place this over here and stick that on like that. And then we're going to do the same with this one. And move it out of the... And I'm going to stick this one onto here, and of course that does still give us that little bit of wriggle room, not quite as much as if we use it really wet, but definitely gives us that bit of wriggle room. Now, because these are so small as well, let me see which is the right way up. That's the wrong way. I might even just dab these with the glue to pop them on as well. Now, they're not going to fit, you'll see they don't fit perfectly, but you can fit them to fit up here like that, and to fit down there like that. So that gives us our butterfly. I'll just do this one as well. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to put that, not like that, I'm not. I'm going to move that across there so that this one doesn't want to work for me. Get up there. There we go. And there's that one there like that. Okay, so we've got those two. Now what we have to do, I'll just move this out of the way, because otherwise everything will get plastered with it. What I have to do is join these two together. But we need to pop, now if you remember, I had this little piece here left of acetate. So I need to pop that between the two when I'm sticking it together, because we need to have a piece in a minute to stick it in there so that it looks like the butterfly is floating. And you'd notice with the other one I didn't use acetate, I used a piece of white card and it didn't quite look right. So this is what we're going to do. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to put some glue on there. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there and then all around, because I really want these to stick down. I need to make sure that that acetate is going to stick. Oh, probably not that much. So this is a piece I had left over, and I can trim this off afterwards. So for now, I'm just going to put it there. And then I'm going to add this butterfly over the top of that one. I'm going to make sure I can't see the white edges, or very few, and I'm just going to push that down. Now I'm just going to leave that for a couple of minutes because here we go, it's not going to, decided it doesn't want to. If necessary, I can pop some glue under afterwards, but you can see that it has this long tail. We're not going to use the whole part of that. I'm going to chop that off, but I just want this to stick to start with, and it's being just a little bit weird, but it'll get there. All right, so I'm just going to pop that to one side. Now what I want to do is the little butterflies. So I'm going to do a bit of stamping. I'm just going to grab a little bit of white card out of my bits and pieces. 2 of those, and then I'm also going to use my blends. So last time I used the pinks, this time I'm going to use the blues, and hopefully they will look okay with that. All right, and I also want my pretty peacock stamp pad. Okay, so now didn't I say I would put everything where I could find it? Well, let's get that out. You need to go up there. I'm going to stick otherwise. And we're just going to use this little butterfly. That's the one we're going to use. This is just for a bit of decoration, so that we don't have just like the one butterfly floating in the middle. You can add so many different things to this to make it, you'll see once we start, you can add so many different things to make it look more full, if you like. So you can have it as full or as empty as you want it to be. It looks absolutely beautiful with a large flower in there, or a good spray of flowers. It looks beautiful like that as well. I've done them that way. You can also do them, I don't think we have anything at the moment that would do it, but you can do them with like a teapot and a cup and a saucer and that sort of thing. Really pretty, really. So much you can do with it. You just have to use a bit of imagination. So I'm just going to give these a quick colour, and I'm going to use the what's this one? Dark Summer Splash, that one is. And this one is, I've got to use what I've got. So this is Dark Azure Afternoon. And I'm going to use these, and I'm just going to colour in. Ooh. Well, this could be an interesting colour scheme, but hey, I haven't seen too many butterflies that are all alike. So where did I go with that? I did that one, didn't I? And that one. And then we'll just do some up here. Sorry if my watch is clicking on the thing. It's annoying. Just do that. And maybe those in there. And then I'm going to do exactly the same here. So as you can see, there is a lot that you could actually do with this. Whoops, that one went over. With this style of card. And it's different. It's a bit different. So people like something a little bit different every so often. All right, so that's that. And this is a bit of a worry, but we'll try it anyway. I'm doing that whole blue and green thing. If my mother's watching, I'm sorry, Mum. Okay. Do this. You know, you go up north and you see so many beautiful coloured butterflies. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you. Sorry, I forget to look up and see who's on. Just giving this a bit of a colour here. And then the same with this one. Yeah, like I said, the butterflies up north are all different colours, so we'll just pretend they're one of those. Let's go in here. I probably should have done one of these before I started so that you didn't have to watch me sit here and colouring. We'll do down on each side. Down in here. Okay. Hopefully they don't look too odd. We'll pop those away. Like I said, I don't have a lot of the blends at the moment, so I make do with what I have got. Now, I'm going to use the die. So this die fits around these butterflies. So I'll just get this die collectioning up again. You'll get to see one side of it if you don't get to see both. And I'm really sorry if you can hear that traffic. It's there's been an accident further down the road, and so we've got quite a bit of traffic coming through this way instead of going down the highway. And it's so unfortunate because at the moment there's just so many accidents. It really makes it that you don't want to drive. You just don't want to go there. So there's our number one butterfly. And we'll go in and do why do they do that? Why do they do that? There we go. That'll do. And then we'll just pop that one through. And there's our two rainforest butterflies, they'll call them, because they're very different colors. But anyway, they will go with this. I believe they'll look really nice on there. All right, so we're going to go back to the big butterfly that we've made, and it seems to be stuck. So I'm going to, so this part sticks onto not the first section here, but this section here. It sticks onto, no, sorry, that's that. It sticks onto this section here, the one in the middle. Alrighty, so, and it sticks onto the back piece. I'm going to cut it about here, and then I'm going to test it, because it has to still fit in here. So you really don't need a lot. I like it to just go over a little bit. So what I'm going to do, because I want that to really stick, the little butterflies aren't too bad, are they? I'm going to use this. Did that work? I did that time. And I'm going to, sorry, it's hard to show you. I'm going to put that around about the middle. It doesn't have to be right on the middle. There. Probably could have been a tad longer, but that's okay. So that is now sitting in there. So when we put this in a moment, that's going to go there, that's going to go there, and there's your butterfly sitting in, sitting within the paper. All right, so you do have that little piece there showing, but what I'm going to do is I'll cut another piece of Pretty Peacock and I'll put it across there so that we can't see that piece of acetate. And then I'll do the same, because I'm just about to, so I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus because I want it to be really sticky. Please don't laugh at me. But I'm not very good at getting a straight line. So if I put the ruler down, it helps me. Okay. So we've got that on there. We are going to put that onto this second part. And we do need to line it up straight away, because otherwise, and that is going to sit in there like that. So that's the first, you know what I've done, I've stuck the two together, haven't I? Okay, let's do that again. So this is going to sit in here, line it up and stick it down. And now you're going to lift this. You realise this is probably the most awkward part to do. Okay, so you stick that down like that, and now you're going to stick this onto the back, the very back. All right, so I need to put tear and tape down there, and I'm going to risk it this time. I might have to stand up. Maybe I was to put it on something. Oh, don't tell me it's run out. No, it's me. I've run off the thing. There we go. And yes, I've run off. So now this is going to stick down here on this very back part of the concertina, like that. Now again, as you can see that through there. So I will cut two pieces so that we can't see that. So there's the butterfly floating in the concertina. So then what we do is we get our lovely little butterflies, and we're going to pop one on the front, and we'll pop one like inside here, You can pop it in front of that. You can do all sorts of things, and you can use these ones further back as well. But you just can't have such tall things. You can pop that one in there, that one there. I know it's hard for you to see what I've just done there, but I haven't stuck them, so you can have your butterflies sitting there. All right, so across the front here, I'm just going to do it in white. I'm just going to use the Happy Birthday that comes with this set. I've tried to use everything from this set today, from this. Where is, okay. All right, so we need to get up the cut and emboss machine, and I might actually stamp it first. I think that's probably a good plan. We'll put the Happy Birthday there, and we'll do that. And I'm going to do that once again with the Pretty Peacock. We'll see how many times I have to do this before I can use it. Once. Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, Donna. It's quite a sweet card. Like I said, when you send it, you possibly have to use a little clip just to hold it down to help with the postage, because otherwise it will pop up a little bit. Sorry, I've got Pretty Peacock all over my hand. Alrighty, so now I'm going to just pop this on here. And I love this for some reason. I seem to use it on so many. It's just a good size. So put that on there, that on there, that on there. Look straight. And then just go on up through there. One of my ladies yesterday at the card making class, every time the cut and emboss went clack crunch, she was like, oh my goodness, it's all right, don't worry about it, you haven't broken it. Okay, so with this, put that up, or did I? Yeah, pop it up onto some minis. If I can find the minis. Here they are. I'll just pop this up. Always use plenty. That way then it's not going to sag in the middle. Nothing worse than a saggy greeting. Okay, Suzanne, not a problem. Hopefully all those came off all at once. No, not the end one. So the Happy Birthday I'm going to stick across the front, hopefully about the middle. I'll eyeball that nice and straight, and then I'm going to use the normal dimensionals, and I'm going to pop up one of these butterflies into the front. Now, I only really need those at the bottom because we don't want it coming up and showing through the acetate. So we're going to stick this little fellow down here to say happy birthday, and then this one I'm going to put on the inside card. And again, keeping it near the bottom because you don't want it to. So I think I'll just put that one in there. Just keep it just within the. Okay, so you've got that so that is what your card. It's a really difficult card to show because it's not a flat card. So that's what the card looks like with the happy birthday across it. And you can see now you can put, like I said, you can put other stuff in the middle. You just don't want to take away from the main feature, which in this case is the butterfly. So this was the one that I made the other day. Like I said, I popped the pink on there because I was going to use it to cover up the acetate. But that's the pink one, and this is the blue one. So you can use it. I don't think any male would be unhappy to receive a card, you know, like that. And as you can see, that butterfly looks as good on the back as it does on the front. All right, so I really need to cut a small piece of, not that size, a small piece of the Pretty Peacock just to cover where that comes over. So I remember rightly, it's about, I cut it at 3/4 of an inch, and then I cut it, I can't remember what I did here. I think it was 12 centimeters. Yeah. Should have done it both in centimeters, shouldn't I? Oh dear. It's not very straight to me. Okay, so that piece there, I can now pop through here, and I can stick it on there. Just making sure that the butterfly comes out over it. So I can stick that piece in there, which covers where I had the little piece of acetate to make the butterfly float, and that will come out of there and sit over there like that. And then you can do the same. You can get another piece, and if you want to, you can pop it into this second line here, which is where you've got your other acetate. But as you can see, you can actually stick stuff in here as well. Like if I had cut more butterflies or something, or some flowers, you can stick those into this first channel, and you can, you know, make it look like it's going back as a 3D. Okay, so that's today's card. It will close. It does fit into a normal envelope. Just like I said, you may need to pop a clip or something on it when you post it, just to hold it so that it doesn't pop open like that in the. But anyway, that's the card. And like I said, so much more you can do with it. Like, yeah, I should really, you know what, I really should, put a piece across the back there and a piece in there if you're not going to cover it, so that you can cover up all your parts where you've shown the glue or whatever else it is that you've used. So let's do, just going to cut 2 centimeters by 12 centimeters. I bet there's more. So this one would comfortably fit across the back, which I will do now. Glue. Now, 1 minute this glue works perfectly, and the next minute it doesn't want to work at all. So we can stick that across the back. That covers any glue marks that we've got at the back. You just stick it on there. And then we can do the other piece. Which is 2 centimeters. By 12. It's really odd these days using centimeters. Used to be my only way I worked. And then we're just going to put some glue in here. And I'm just going to pop that in there where you can see that glue. So make sure that you don't interrupt the actual fold. Don't get it stuck into the fold. That covers now, I do have a bit of glue on there, but that covers where those areas are that had glue on it. Okay, so that's my card for today. I will make some others and I'll put more in them so that you can see. Just let me come back up to the top. There we go. And I hope you enjoyed that today. If you're interested in any of the products, you can use the, where is it? Up there, the Shop With Me QR code. I will put a list down in the See More box when I'm finished so that you can see what products I have used. But you can use any product that you want to use as long as if you're doing the butterflies, obviously you need that kit. If you're using something else, then you use that. Lots of different stuff you can do with this card. I really hope you enjoyed watching today, and I will be back tomorrow. I get to do another live tomorrow morning. So thank you so much for watching me, and I'll see you then.